Okay. Should be working, I think. Let's go ahead and check. Yep, that's me. Oh, wait. Hmm. Wait, what's making that noise? It's you. Alright. Let's just put this in the corner. Eat some M&Ms. Awesome, the M&Ms aren't even that distracting. I'm listening back to a lot of the writing, or the word stuffs and things. Looks like people are joining up slowly. I'm just gonna change this. Stuff. And let's go ahead and take that off. So yeah, that should work out just fine. Anyone hanging around right now? See if I can get my phone to connect to this. Oh, I'm using my phone for stuff too. There's gonna be a lot different from normal stuff. So we're just gonna hang out and eat some M&Ms and drink some cola for maybe like a few minutes. See if anyone shows up, anyone comments. The religion concert is over. He is risen, which means they finally got the fuck out of here. And it turns out they did actually strap a kid to the cross, which was fucking hilarious. So, hide that. We'll just hide that stuff for the semi-big reveal. There's 2 people watching. That's enough people for me. Okay. We're gonna make a freaking campaign generator. I'm gonna go ahead and throw this up on the left side so I don't feel lonely. Because otherwise I'll feel like I'm alone and weird. I'll get around to that if ever need to. But today we're gonna create. Okay, well I say today. I'm gonna do a bunch of live streams from now on. Where like not just the live streams. I've got other stuff that I'm uploading, but I'm doing this because spur of the moment I wanted to. I took some notes in geology class. There we go. So, excuse me. We're going to create a random dynamic campaign generator for Combat Mission Red Thunder in Python. Because I'm a madman. And I hate myself. And I love Python. Let's get Pythoning. First thing I want to do is just set up a thing for names. I'm not even going to set up a function yet. like all of this stuff can be put in later. I swear I had this thing configured to do. Let's go size 14. Apply. Okay. Okay, so input. Alright. So input side. What side are you on? Question mark. Type 1 for Russia or 2 for Germany. Period. Space. Close that. Do that. Should probably be in a start function of some kind. How's it go? Def. Yeah. Def start. I think that's how functions work. I'm going to go ahead and do a real quick refresher on functions in Python. Because the last time I used Python was 4 months ago. Oh yeah, that's right. So definition start. What side are you on? Type 1 for Russia, 2 for Germany. I'll make this def side. Return. Oh. Side equals input. Return side. Side. Print. Side. How does this stuff run again? It runs on a F5. So if I hit F5, source must be saved. Let's select 1, enter. I'm on 1. Okay. Okay. So I know how logic works at least. Okay, good. So if side equals 1 equals 1, side equals Russia. Elif side equals 2. Actually, this check should happen before this. Elif side. If side is not equal to 1 and side is not equal to 2, we should recurse back to the beginning of this. So that's that. So if the side is not 1 or 2, so if you don't type 1 or 2, then this needs to be in a while loop. While, okay, complete equals 0 equals false. While complete equals false. All this stuff gets done. So, okay, how's the stream doing? Stream health. I'm just checking on this. This is also kind of like a test of stream health. Good. Okay, viewers experience some minor issues. Yeah, let me know if this shit like works or not. So if side 1 and side 2 equals that, get into there. Feel free to leave comments, or like if you don't know what's going on, I'll answer your questions. Or if you know what's going on better than I seem to, please, for the love of God, tell me. I've had 4 months of experience with Python in one college class. Then, if side 1 and side 2 don't equal it, print, please enter a specified value. We'll shut. Oh, whoops. That. Okay. Hey, Lion. You ever play a game with a campaign generator? Like, it has a campaign that's random. I'm trying to build one of those for combat mission because I'm annoyed that it doesn't have one. Please enter a specified value. Complete equals true. And so that takes that out of the while loop. Okay, so in games like IL-2, 1946 and stuff, they'd have basically a random mission generator, which would string together. Oh, 1 second. Alright, I'm back. Think of it like random quest missions. Like, if you ever played Skyrim and the random assassination missions that weren't that great, think of it like an entire game based around that system, except it's actually well done because the game's based around that system. And it would, like, your character would basically take part in the war and could affect, like, front lines and stuff. So I want there to be 3 layers to this thing that I'm building. The first one is your personal layer. There'll be some sort of renown system, probably just a counter that plus or minus is based on victory and defeat. There's and like your player system determines like how many units you have to control and what's going on. Then there's a tactical layer, which is inside the actual combat mission game itself, where you play out the results of whatever this game tells you to do. And there's an operational level, which simulates a campaign in the background of this game, which determines what missions you get issued and gives you some sort of update on what's going on at the front, so that you have an idea of being part of a bigger war than just single random mission combat mission scenarios. So yeah, I hope that I hope that explains it. So this is just checking to see what side you're on. Seeing if I can remember how to make a decent Python code. Oh yeah, whoops. Cleared, equals false. No, side equals 1. Okay, fine, that's right. LF. Ooh, white chocolate. Let's see if that runs. Okay. I want to be Dave. How about Jeff? Germany? Hey, cool. So basically, we'll be running little tests over here. So, like, you have to enter a 1 or a 2. They can really enter whatever. And there's probably going to be all keyboard interfaced. But, stuff like this. This is a little test line. It's mostly just there so I, like, run the program. There's some really good white chocolate. Nothing says fun like a 1 o'clock in the morning trip to Walmart for some Easter candy sales.
We got $20 worth of candy.
So that's the side. Now we've got to do the organization, which is going to be somewhat similar. It's definition, org, same thing as before. Well, complete equals false. Org equals input. Equals input. And we ask a string, what? Oh, that's right. We need 2 different organization things here. We need a trigger for if you pick Germany or a trigger for if you pick Russia. Because there's 4 different factions in the game as far as I am concerned, which I'm going to simulate in here, which is going to be a, because the Russians are going to have the standard Red Army, then they're going to have a Guards rifle, or just a Guards army, which is actually in the game. And the Germans, you can choose to be part of the regular Wehrmacht or the SS, because otherwise I would feel like the German side was lacking. So we're going to program that shit, no matter how morally despotic it might seem. Or despondent, yeah. So we'll need mtake. Is it possible with the first-person game? A dynamic campaign for a first-person game? It could work. On a small scale, I think. It'd just be... It's increasingly harder the more things you have to randomly generate. It's like with the first-person game, you need to be thinking about like randomly generating an Arma scenario. So of course, the smaller the mission, the easier it'd be to get like that. But Arma's not fast-paced. You could do it, but the reason it's good for simulators is simulators tend to focus around the actual machine you're flying and stuff, and they can tend to be quite unpredictable no matter what's going on. And they don't need much of a design inherent in the level to give the challenge. They're not reliant on level design for challenge. Whereas I find first-person shooters tend to have straightforward controls, but challenging level design. So it could work, but you would have to have a very good generator, which is able to generate reliably challenging first-person levels. Which I just don't think would be... which even then wouldn't be as good as purposefully made first-person levels. But you could do it. For shits and giggles. The reason I'm doing this, and it's not even going to randomly generate too much stuff. This is more of a thing for newer players, in my opinion, who don't know how to pick like distinct loadouts and make fairish matchups in the game, because it'll basically just spit out a quick battle start scenario thing, and tell you what options to set to what, like a text file. So it'll tell you the attacking side is Russia, the defending side is Germany. It's June. Here's the weather. Here's the ground condition. Here's the troops you are. Here's how your leaders are. And all that. And then you'd go and input it into the game yourself, and it'd tell you what units to pick out and stuff. So the actual game would still, like the combat mission game is still going to be doing the bulk of the work. This is just a little add-on tool to make it, to take all the personal thought out of playing the game. So instead of you thinking, what scenario do I want to play today? You just ask this program. Okay, so definition org. We want the intake side, which means it'll so definition of side. So we'll start writing the main function down here too. Definition. So we'll have our main function. We'll have nation equal side. I still have the input open. Oopsie. Because I still have the string open. There, that should shut that up. So nation will equal side. So then this will call. Can a function call a function of the same name? Or can a variable call a function? Like, can side call function side? Nation equals side. I'll just say nation equals side. And this will be nation, so it'll call the variable nation, ask it. Okay. Okay, so yeah, it's like decisive campaigns for combat mission. I like that. But think instead of playing as the overall commander, you're playing as, at the most, the commander of a single card in that game. And as to Katie, this won't work directly with combat mission. This is more something you download Python and you run it, and Python's free, by the way. You download Python and you run this, and you'll input the commands via keyboard. Here, I can give you an example. Basically, we'll do something like, and this part will be automated, but it'll be like, what side are you on? And you'll say, I want to be on the Russian side. And then it'll input you as the Russian side, and your character will be on the Russian side. So this will be all part of a function for character generation. And then it'll tell you, like what your name is, and so you can rename the commanding unit to be your name. It's a way of putting you into combat mission and making the game more immersive. So this is my aim for this game is for this campaign generator is to make you feel like, and also I'm kind of designing this from the Russian perspective right now. I'll add a German perspective to this, and then I'll probably branch out into other combat mission games if it's widely received. But I want to make you feel like you're involved in a titanic struggle, and you really, really, really don't matter. But you also really, really, really don't want to get shot in the fucking head. And so balancing that whole you don't matter and you need to win, but you don't want to get shot in the face thing will be part of the challenge of the game, I think. And I'm going to add some metagame stuff like overall strategies for the regiment, how many troops should be committed, what size of battle you want to engage in, and whether or not you're allowed to choose the size. Got a piece of chocolate stuck in my throat. So we're setting up an organization. So let's say if... I don't think there's a way for nation to have anything besides Russia or Germany as its set points. Let's make these Russia and Germany. If nation equals Russia complete equals false. Well, complete equals false. Actually, hold on, yeah. Because this will be false regardless. We can just run this check twice. So if nation equals Russia, organization input, what part of the army are you in? One regular, 2 guards. Type 1 for regular or 2 for guard. Guards. Period space. That space is important because otherwise your cursor will wind up right there and you'll wind up typing values like 1. It's kind of silly. Mentioned first person was a game of simulate Rise of Flight, but as an army soldier instead of pilot. Yeah, I think it'd be really difficult to create, but possible. $5.30?
No, we have gladiators at 6.
Yeah, I know. 20?
Okay.
Okay. Sorry, I gotta like eat food and stuff. It sucks. So I'm trying to get the basic character creation out of the way. So just go ahead and steal this bit of code from right there. If org does not equal that, print please enter a specified value. Oh, scoot over. There we go. I think you should be a standard indent away. Yeah. Okay. Alt X. Oh yeah. So nation equals Russia. That's just me checking to see if I've made any terrible syntax errors because it's been a while. Surprise, surprise, I have spy equals 1. I'll wait for org equals 1. What if I could just do 1? Org equals reg. Else org well, actually, let's ask ourselves the important question here. If it's not 1 or 2, or if it's 1 or 2, and it's not 1, then it has to be 2, right? So do we really need to ask ourselves if it's 2, or do we just need to say if it's not Russia, then it's Germany? If you're not in the regular, you're in the guards. It makes itself harder to edit later on, so I might add an elif org equals guard. I have to make those stringy. But yeah, that makes it a lot more shorter. It'll take out 2 lines of code, and it will return. Oh, we'll go ahead and take our standard completion tracker and go complete equals true. Else. I'll just do an elif or equals 2 org equals not Germany, guards. Guard. We'll just say guard. Oops. And complete equals true. Complete equals true. Complete equals true. Complete successful value. Which work to work. So block complete nation equals so that's true. Then we want to go outside the if loops, outside that if loop, and go return. Org. So that'll tell us what side we're on and what part of the army we're in. Are we just your average war crime committing German citizen, or are we your extreme war crime committing German citizen? Or in this case, are we your average war crime committing Russian citizen, or just your, extremely communist war crime committing Russian citizen? Yeah, you're gonna get my standard comedy too, and it's gonna be terrible. So let's see, please enter specified value. So org equals nation. Let's go ahead and copy Russia there. Let's go ahead and copy this line of code. Control C, F5. Okay. Oh, whoops. Let's forget how to type basic fucking code. F5, syntax errors will abound. Control V, site equals Russia. Org. Okay. Nation equals side. Org. Nation. I want to be in Dave's part of the army. How about Tom? I'm a valuable part of the army. Okay, fine. We'll be just part of the regular army. Awesome. That works out well. How does that look over here? Okay. I've got some terrible stream quality going. I'll probably just slap this all the way down to 144 pixels. Actually no, we'll just leave it on auto. I have no idea if that affects the streaming quality or not. I really hope it doesn't, because I will have just bitch slapped my quality into the nether regions of hell. I don't think I'll be adding a Panzer leader portion to this. Meaning, I don't think the German organizations will have Wehrmacht Panzer. I think it will be forced to be an infantry leader. Because I have no idea how a Panzer division is designed, and I just don't have the fucking patience to do that. So this will just be an infantry campaign thing. If I feel like it, it's not that difficult to modify, and if this explodes in popularity and people demand the ability to download this when I finish in 7 years, and it's the prime achievement of my entire life, I will be A, quite depressed at never having achieved anything of note, and B, I'll go back and change some stuff. So let's see, def organization, definition, name. We could just make this one definition bio, to be honest. name equals input what is your name? Oh, whoops. Yeah, so what's your name? Guards false, completed false. Didn't you write guards false? Type 1 for regular, 2 for guards. I'm not sure what you're talking about. Do you think I threw an error or something? Yeah, I'm looking at your comment, Darkness, and I don't see what you're talking about. Oh. I have the mildest dyslexia on the planet. It makes me read 7 times faster, but it makes me abysmal at spelling. So I just have a few words that just go around backwards. Like guards. I tend to think of the A coming first because it's more pronounced, I guess. What is your name? And it'll just ask you what your name is. And return name. Yeah, that's it. So that's your name. Name's not the hard. Name is actually a rather easy one. Def. Definition rank. Ask if someone wants to change their rank. So they can start at a higher rank or a lower rank. We'll just have ranks 1 through 3 for right now. God knows what that actually represents. This is more to get something working, to get something functional. Those 2 words mean almost the same thing. So rank. X equals, I know I'm terrible. Anyone with coding experience literally wants to rip out my soul right now. Input. Do you want to change your rank? Your starting rank. Yeah, spelling is not the most terribly important thing right now, but if I do misspell something, please do let me know. Oh, y/in.upper, which will force any input that you put for this to be translated into an uppercase letter. I might do dot lower. That'll make it so I don't have to push the caps lock when I type wire in. So you'll put in wire in if x equals string in. Okay, actually no, we gotta do this thing first. Always forget about this thing. Oopsie. Control C, Control V, while false. Put it false. If x well, let's see. If we input something weird as shit, do we want to change that? Yeah. Otherwise, we can get ourselves into an infinite loop. Well, loops can be terrifying. You're coming with me. Control V. Control tab. Control tab. While complete equals false. Do you want to change your starting rank? Yes, no, dot lower. if x is not equal... Oh, hell, I'm just gonna grab... Oh, whoa! Almost forgot that part there. Let's just go ahead and go x, y, in. Yeah! Everything in this should say org, everything in this should say side. They should both look almost identical, and should be... yeah, because that's like if side doesn't equal 2. So if we put in... Wait just a second, that's always true. If side is not 1 and organization is not 2, please enter specified value. Wait, no, it's not, because if it's 1, then it's 2. If it's 2, then it's 1. Otherwise, it's Dave. My girlfriend's looking at me like I'm fucking insane. The answer is 1, 2, or Dave. So if that is that and that is that, then print... Please don't be a fucking idiot. Yeah. Like it says. If x equals some y, then do the shit. And then we'll do so if x equals y, I just realized I'm making a terrible math joke, then we will run the function choose underscore rank complete equals true. So that just enables me to not fuck with that for at least a little while, so I can maintain some semblance of peace of mind. Oh god, I've been doing this for almost 40 minutes now, I guess. And we've got to rank, then we gotta choose the date, which, god, I don't even remember what the dates are in the game. Choose rank, which will basically just ask you, like, what rank do you want? If it's short enough, I might just do something, but it'll basically return... Yeah, rank will equal choose rank. If x equals in, we will rank equals 1. Honestly, yeah, no, that is something which can be an else, because that is definitely else rank equals 1. Because there's no way that if you choose, if x is in, okay, so x has to be y or in. And if x is not y, and then it is in, oh yeah, no, I'm just kind of musing about what months it actually takes place, because I'm gonna have 4 options for like the date, and there's gonna be the days inside of each thing, and I just don't want to fuck with it right now. Else rank equals 1. Oh, complete. else arguments. Python. Don't forget the white space. Alright, cool. I'm gonna go with the tried and true method of just not fucking changing what I'm already doing. LFX equals. There's so much like logic I could be using if I wasn't like hindered by the fact that I'm too scared to like break everything. Fx equals y, rank equals 1 complete How do you spell complete? It looks wrong to me for some reason. Equals true. Beware the Flays error. Complete equals true. Turn rank. Whatever. I'm keeping it. Choose rank, return rank. God, I always get these, like, my brain goes dead after a while. It's pour some caffeine like I'm pouring jet fuel into a jet engine on Afterburner. As in a fine mist shot out my ass. God, I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm a bit tired. I think I went to sleep at 5 this morning. So I am running on 4 hours of sleep trying to code some stuff. I feel like I have an actual job. Except I'm not getting paid.
You have an actual job.
Yeah. Rank equals obviously some form of input we want from the user. What rank are you? 1 type 1 for first. No, Darkness, I know what you mean. This is all with the intent of giving you basically a text dump at the end of the program, which will tell you how to set up the mission, what conditions the mission has, what map to use, and what units to buy for both you and the enemy side. Because I'm not going to be able to go. I'm not going to be able to go inside combat mission and change that. That would require me to basically develop an entirely new module for combat mission, which I would more or less demand to get paid for, and in no way be qualified to work on, because I'm working with 4 months of computer science experience in an intro-level comp sci course. 1 for first, 2 for second, 2 for second, and 3 for third. Right? That's right? Yeah, that shuts. Oh, and the concert. Okay, yeah, the concert, it was about like how you'd imagine being forced to listen to 3 hours of children singing would be. And did they finally get to the crucifixion? You will not believe it, but they did. They actually crucified a motherfucker in this garden. Like, straight up, middle of the fucking square, hundreds of onlookers looking on in horrified disbelief as a child is raised up. So, And what?
He is tied.
Okay, they bondaged a child to a cross in the middle of public, but you know, whatever. It's Arkansas. You expect at least a little bit of weird Jesus pedophilia in the street sometimes. I mean, millions of horrified onlookers. I mean, it could have been a Klan thing. I don't know if they burned their crosses with children or not, but they might. They might. My girlfriend agrees with literally everything I just said.
Mm-hmm.
She's over there with a look of horror that just betrays how horrifying this child bondage in the street was. Watch as this video is denied for monetization because I've said the word child bondage too many times. Wall Street Journal's going to call me out as a pedophile. Oh, whoops. So that's rank, return rank. What rank are you? If, let's go ahead and do that. Do this. Nope, 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 nope. Control C. Control X. Okay, so rank. Rank. That's 1, 2, and rank does not equal 3, and I realize I just didn't put a 2 there. Then, crucifixion. Yeah, everyone knew it was fake. I don't think they actually crucified a child in the middle of the square, despite.
If you say despite it being Arkansas, I'm gonna kill you.
My girlfriend has threatened to kill me if I say despite it being Arkansas, so y'all are just gonna have to imagine that I said it. Workarounds. So that's the while loop. Complete equals false. We'll just say please enter a specified value. Elif rank equals 1. I'm just gonna keep on the hold of this thing right there. If rank equals 1. Rank equals first. Keep things rank equals first. Keep things standardized. Oop, wrong button. Rank equals 2. Rank equals second. Equals 3. Rank equals third. Or we'll just return the rank. I'm pretty sure this should work just fine. Choose rank. Does this thing need to bring anything with it? It has the input there. The input does that. You want to change your starting rank. There's no inputs in here that need stuff. Your rank is not reliant on your name. I think these are all self-contained modules. Okay, return rank. So if you turn the rank, then rank equals your choose rank, which will just be third or something. Completely legal true, and it will return rank again. We might want to run the rank function just to check it. See how many bloody syntax errors. Oh my god, it's perfect. Well, you all may rejoice, because my code, much like the Christ, has no syntax errors. Let's see, rank. You want to change your starting rank? Oh, fuck. I forgot to add a space. I want to change your starting rank. It's functionally similar. Yeah, sure. Rank are you gonna be? Dick. Jeff? Help me, please. I'm trapped. You're...
I'm tapped.
Oh.
Oh god.
Oh, I never put a complete on. I never put a complete in here, did I? Control C. How do I do a keyboard break? I think it was Control C. Yeah. All right. Don't get into the joke yet. Yeah. Okay, that's our first error that was my fault. Let's see, rank. Do I change the rank? Yeah, I do. Let's go with the standard help, please. There are terrorists. Terrorists here. Not really. Whoa, JK, go. Okay, 2. And cool. That returns that rank. Okay. Sure. Why not? Since the rank thing. Definition of the date. We'll just say date equals. Let's see. We need the month value and a day value. So it'll be the first month, first day. So don't forget what the hell that's supposed to mean. And we'll just keep adding to the second index. And if the second index is over 30 or 31, depending on the month, then we'll increase the first month and set it back to 1 plus whatever's the remainder from 30 or 31. I'll do that math later. This is just a placeholder. Definition difficulty. Oops. Diff. What do you guys think about the type? It's input. Everything needs input. This is the input version of my code where I literally just ask you a shitload of questions. And then the game tries to interpret them as something. Input. One. Easy. Type 1 for easy. 2 for normal. 3 for hard. Return diff. Death to Frenchman, death to Jacobins. That's an interesting pop-up I don't think I've had in a video before. We'll have a bunch of optional things that I have down here later, like Divisional structure, operational settings, weather conditions, unit conditions. Oh yeah, divisional structure. That's where we'll be determining, like, are you part of a tank division or a rifle division. So we will have the option to place a panzer division, because past me is not as lazy as current me. That's just going down in the So these are the optional things that I'm going to have presets for if you don't want to bother with them. And we'll have like a definition or a function for optional things. But this stuff is like mandatory stuff, so... There. And the little hashes just make those things comments, so they don't actually do anything. They're not even really technically a part of the code. They're literally just there to be read by me, so I don't forget what the hell I'm doing. And I'll have things like, yeah. Oh, wow, jeez. So stuff like the rank, the name, organization. I want to add a random bit for literally all of this, so it all becomes optional at some point, except for the difficulty. I want to make it so that at some point you can literally just ask for a difficult campaign, hit 3, and get a hell march through the Eastern Front on whatever side is part of whatever division with some randomly generated name. I'll probably go into that random name generator website and throw that all into like a container of some kind, and just start your death march through Eastern Europe. I'm getting to the end of the stream, so I'll just say my giant project goals for this. So my immediate goals, like, I'll consider this a working, finished product. When you can play in the 4 months of the, Eastern Front shown in Operation Bagration, when you can play those 4 months in one campaign, the date tracker works, your character can have progression growth and decline, you can win and lose battles, and based on the statistics of those battles, your character changes. And there's a working simulation of operational level battle going on in the background. Not very complicated, mind you. Think something like percentages, so like you have like a 50% chance of winning the battle, but if you win your battle with a total victory, you add 20% to your side. So now you have a 70% chance. But if you lose your battle decisively, you have a 30% chance of winning this battle, and you'll change your divisional stance, which will change your regimental stance, which will change how your units are allocated. That's what I'd consider finished. What I would consider to be a stretch goal, as I dedicate a year or two to this, would be being able to play like the entire Eastern Front campaign, telling you what kind of qualities to give your troops, like, you know, are they fit, are they unfit, like equipment restrictions, giving some operational freedom to the commander, like you can have this many of this and this many of this, but not this because it doesn't exist yet. So you can play all the way from freaking Barbarossa to the downfall of Berlin, which would be interesting, I think. But that's my stretch goal. That would be like my death march through hell. And, yeah. I think that's it. But yeah, like currently this is all input stuff. This isn't even part of the campaign generator. This is just, who are you? And where are we? This is the what the fuck is going on part of the campaign generator. This should probably honestly take about 20 seconds to fill out when I'm done, if I streamline it properly. So yeah, I hope this is an interesting insight into the development process of, I don't know, anything, everything. By no means taking it as like a realistic version of a developer. And I'm going to stream pretty much every part of making this, so that you all can see literally every portion of the development process of this thing. A, because it's Python and I'm not that good with it, so I want you guys to check my mistakes for me. In return, you will have access to the source code through this. So yeah, you don't even have to download it. If you want to make it yourself, you can follow along in my blundering, bloody, stumbling, wounded footsteps as we fuck around with Python, I guess. Alright, well, guess I'll see you on the next part. I have to go eat dinner, then make sure I have a place to live next year. Oh, and play with swords. Because I'm a grown-ass adult who does grown-ass adult things, and I don't give two shits. Let's go ahead and save this. I'm sure none of that's terribly broken. And, anyone got any comments or questions? Love to answer anything, everything. Ask me about the universe, ask me about your personal life, ask me about Mark's sex life. If anyone gets that joke, please do. How's your sex life, Mark? My girlfriend doesn't get the room references. Let's see. A LARPer? Oh, no. It's,
Actually, yeah.
what?
Like, gladiators would be LARPing.
Is it?
Yeah, technically.
I guess, technically, yes. But
If you want to do the technical production, the technical description, we are practicing for a gladiatorial performance for Toga Party.
okay, so let me outline why I am doing it. My college is a toga party. So for the toga party, a club I'm part of, which is called Sword Club, which is basically the safest way you can get to beat the shit out of people with PVC pipes, which you don't have to roleplay stuff. I just tend to hit people with PVC pipes really well, with extreme precision and great swordsmanship. My girlfriend beats the shit out of me all the time. Please help.
Fair, I am awesome, and I want second place in Assassins.
Yeah. We have games and stuff and cool stuff, and you can win prizes like a 10-pound bag of candy. So, I mean, there's your reward for showing up. But we choreograph a bunch of fight scenes and stuff for like a game, for this thing we call Gladiators, which we put on a show for the school. And we do that, and then afterwards we go to this nice grill place, and then we get... Only the people who are turned 21 yet get completely fucked up and riggedy wrecked. And as I am 20, I will totally not be getting riggedy wrecked. Unless it happens. But if it does happen, it didn't happen. Got it? That was me snapping. Hi, honey. You have something to say?
No.
No?
I was just hugging you.
Okay. Exactly.
You didn't say that I wanted Assassins, though.
Oh, and she won Assassins, which is one of our games. She got, I forget what she got.
Second place?
She got, well, I mean, I don't know what she got for second
Oh,
place.
I got two fencing swords.
She got 2 fencing swords. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Are you not entertained? Oh, it is shouted so much. It's actually shouted in the fight where she rips my stomach off. Actually, hold on. We have the video from last year.
Things went wrong. Disclaimer.
Sword Club. Where is it? What year is it? 2016.
No, it's not Sword Club. We do Gladiators.
Oh.
Yeah. That we...
EA Tours. If y'all ever wanted to watch me dress up in a toga and hit people with shit...
Yeah, there it is. And
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
in the thumbnail.
Go. There. If y'all ever wanted to watch me dress up in a toga and get the shit kicked out of me, I don't know if I scream by my bright purple toga or not, but if
You do, but you can't hear it.
oh,
There's a lot of shouting.
I scream by my bright purple toga at someone, but it doesn't come through. But have fun watching that. Leave a bunch of comments saying
I'm
wait,
the one in the
who oh that's wait, we upload videos and stuff?
Yeah. You didn't know that?
No, is that the comp sci professor? I'm gonna fucking ruin our webpage for YouTube fun and giggles. Okay, well, I'm gonna go now before I destroy any more sacred parts of the internet. And eat dinner and get an apartment. So, what's with the horns? I don't know.
He's Pluto.
He's Pluto, apparently.
Yeah, so he wanted horns because it looked demonic and stuff.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I don't know. You have to shout in the mic. Come over here.
The horns are because he was playing Pluto and he wanted the horns to look demonic and stuff. I disagreed.
The person speaking clearly would be my girlfriend. She hasn't yet mastered the art of muttering incoherently into a microphone, but she's learning quickly. Alright, I'm gonna go and eat food, because if I stick around and talk to you guys forever, I would literally die of starvation, because I am just that dedicated to dying in front of a computer. So, I'll see you all... Honestly, I'll probably just keep streaming later tonight, catch some of the British people and the German people, even though literally everyone here is from America, because English, I guess. Anyway, see y'all. Either later tonight or in hell. Bye.